Corona. More like Corona. Please don't infect me. I'm employed now. What? Yes, I will be a doctor. I'm gonna be in a hospital, and I will be working as a doctor there. I went into the interview, and they were just so sweet. They were so funny. They were like, "You should really be a doctor. We're gonna hire you as a doctor." I said, "Okay." Okay. So that's how it is. I don't know why everybody thinks it's hard. It's not. In truth, I will be working as a patient services coordinator, still in the oncology department, which is, it's gonna be the same thing basically as what the doctors do. I just won't be doing any of the official doctoring stuff. I also will not be getting paid like that much money. So speaking of that, I have to find a second job, which is super funny because I moved out of California so I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. And yet here I am. I think I like the rush. This week has been fun. On Monday, I had to go to the hospital that I'm gonna work at and do a health screening. So I got there, I frickin' nailed the drug test. I thought I failed because you know how when you get drug tested, you pee in the cup and then they send it to wherever and then they call you and they're like, "Yeah, you're fine, you're not druggy." And I say, "Yay." Well, this time I gave my cup to the woman and she walked into the bathroom and then poured it into the toilet. And I was like, I failed. How did that happen? And I didn't, because I've never done drugs in my life. Shocker to everybody out there. I guess that they have like a little testing thing, so when you pee into it, it tells you if there's drugs in your urine or not. After that, I was relieved. And they asked me for my vaccination records, which I didn't have. So she was like, "Oh, do you just want me to take blood so that we can see what vaccinations you've had?" And I said, "Yeah, do that, that's fine." And then she said, "Oh, you need your flu shot. Do you want to get it here?" And I said, "Yeah, I would love to." I got my flu shot, and I get worried whenever they are doing a flu shot because, as you can see, I'm very muscly, very buff. Like, yes. I hear people outside. Oh my God, it's so loud. I'm in here talking about how buff I am. They should know. Anyway, I'm super buff and I'm worried that when they put the shot in, she was like, "Little burn," and I was like, "Ooh, ooh," because you know, the muscles right there. I took it like a champ. Moving past that, I had my blood taken, my flu shot, and I was like, "Oh, that's been so much. I've had so much today, I'm tired." So I went home and took a nap, and then I had to go to my dentist because I had to get a cavity filled that I didn't end up getting filled because she was like, "Well, if you want to wait for your second insurance to kick in from your job, you can try and just get the filling so that it doesn't cost $130, it costs $0, free." And I said, "Yes, I want to do that." So then I left the office, and earlier in the day, actually on Sunday, I said, "I deserve a bundt cake. I want to get a buntlet," because I run past Nothing Bundt Cakes on my trail. I had gone on a run that morning, so I saw Nothing Bundt Cakes, and I was like, "I'm gonna get my Nothing Bundt Cakes today. I deserve it," because I had to do 2 things today, and that was a lot. When I got to my dentist, there was a Nothing Bundt Cakes right next door. So when I left, I was like, I'm going straight there. So I drove over there, drove across the street, went into Nothing Bundt Cakes, took 2 samples because she said that I could. And then I got in line and I was waiting behind these people that were like ordering cakes for different events and stuff. I got up to the front. She said, "Oh, what can I get for you?" And I said, "Oh, can I get a red velvet buntlet, please?" And she said, "Of course, anything else for you?" I went into a panic for no reason. Oh my God, don't let her know that you are alone and you're getting a bundt cake because you have cramps and you're sick from your flu shot and you're tired because you sat in a dentist chair for 20 minutes and they didn't do anything. This is exactly what I did. I just don't know which one he would want. You know what, can I just get the chocolate chip, please? And she said, of course, that's a great safe bet. And I said, I figured. I'm a lying little shit. I got my butt lit for me and my imaginary male friend, and then I walked outside, and I was hungry because I had eaten before my dentist appointment. I noticed next door is a Chipotle, so I drive 10 feet to Chipotle. I get out of my car, I see someone else in the back, like that parked over there. They were getting out of their car too. We're all gunning for the door. At a very slow pace, we're all walking towards the door. And I am in my head going, okay, if I get to the door first, then I can open it for them. I start picking up the pace a little bit. I get to the door first, right before them. I open the door and I hear behind me, no ma'am, no ma'am, I hold the door for you. And I did this. Okay. I walk in, I'm ready to order my Chipotle. The woman on the line is finishing someone else's order, and where it's not rush hour or anything, so she's the only one on the line. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I hear behind me, are you married? What a ridiculous question. It's just such a weird question for me because I feel like I'm a teenager. I'm not. I'm obviously 25. So I look back and I'm like, no, I'm not. And he goes, oh, are you dating anyone? And I never want to tell guys like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, because I feel like that's the easy way out. And I want people to suffer. Not 10 minutes ago, I was convincing a woman that I should get a second bundt cake for a male friend of mine, presumably my boyfriend or significant other. But anyway, I said, no, I'm single. So he said, wow, a beautiful girl like you shouldn't be single. And I said, new to the area, so people haven't figured out that I'm like super cool. So then he said, oh, where are you from, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, have you lived in Charlotte your whole life? And he said, no, I moved to Charlotte about 28 years ago. This is my daughter. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I met his daughter. She was like 14 or 15. And when he introduced me to her, I was thinking, she's really tall. He wants me to be her friend because we're both tall, obviously. That's why he's talking to me. This man wants me to be his daughter's friend to show her that tall. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't. Moving on from that, he was very nice. He bought my Chipotle and then he let me leave. I wasn't held hostage in the situation. I grabbed it, sans bag, and then just put my fork on top and left. I was sweating so much. He didn't ask for any of my information. He didn't ask me to join a pyramid scheme. Wow, breathing is hard. He didn't want me to be friends with his daughter. I guess again, we'll never know. The good news is I figured out what time everybody walks their dogs around my apartment complex. So I schedule a walk around my apartment complex so I can see everybody's dogs, because I know I can't get one. I don't have any furniture, as you can tell. I've just been painting. I just don't like any of the things that I've painted, and I have this big ass canvas right here that I just don't know what to do with, because I like mixes of them. Like I kind of like the top of this one, like this side, but then I like the gold part of this one, you know? I hate them both. I don't know. There's so much construction going on outside. Putting in this beer garden, I see where the bar is gonna be, and I'm thinking, as I'm sure you all are too, zip line. So if I could attach a pulley system from my balcony down to I'll have to get the leasing people's approval. But if I can get a pulley system down to the bar and then a bucket, and you see what I mean? Because there's not a good way for me to get down from my balcony. I'm still doing logistics and stuff like that. It's just, I am not an engineer, though ZipRecruiter apparently thinks I am. They sent me an email and they're like, wow, have you seen this job opening? It's for a professional software engineer. How did I miss that? And then the second email they'll send me is like, wow, we think you'd be a perfect fit for a greeter at Wendy's. And hit the nail on the head. That'll be my second job. I'm gonna stop rambling because I have things to do. No, I don't. Why did I just lie?